What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 13 of the Rags to Riches series with Real Oviedo. Apologies up front, I think I may have actually got the wrong episode on a previous one. This should be 13, not the previous one. The other one should be 12, so apologies for that. But anyway, let's get straight into it. I have now completed up to the halfway stage. I'm just over the halfway stage, unfortunately. I actually miscounted the game, so I've actually gone over. It's only by one game though. Though this section has gone a little bit better than the previous section. As everyone remember, I only won 2 games in the previous section. So this one's gone slightly better, so let's go straight into it. First game of this section was a 1-0 defeat at home to Recreativo. Was a little disappointed with this actually, because Recreativo were one of only a couple of teams actually below me in the league, which was quite interesting. And unfortunately, we ended up losing 1-0 thanks to a Carmelo goal in the 57th minute. I was really disappointed, obviously, result, and I can see it was quite even. 11 shots to 10 in my favour, 4 shots each on target, though they had done 53% of the possession. But unfortunately, we came away with a 1-0 defeat. We then beat Cartagena 2-1. Juan Roman put Cartagena 1-0 up in the 24th minute, and that's how it stayed till half time. But a goal from Valerio Rossetti in the 69th minute and a Xavi Ceres goal in the 81st gave me a 2-1 win and the first win of the section. And stats wise, 12 shots to 6 in my favour. Again, 4 each on target, but Cartagena had 54% of the possession this time. We then followed that out with another defeat, the first of 2 at Hercules. As 0-0 at half time. Xavi Portillo in the 65th minute and a Jose Marquez goal in the 92nd minute rounded off the victory for Hercules. Stats wise again, 13 shots to 11 in their favour, 5 each on target, and they had 54% possession. So that was the second defeat of this section. We then followed that up with a 2-1 defeat at Ponferradina, I think is how you say it. Meta Bilic in the 4th minute, and then again in the 8th minute put Ponferradina 2-0 up, and that's how it stayed to half time. However, a Valerio Rossetti goal in the 65th minute pulled one back for me to make it squeaky bum time. Unfortunately, we weren't able to prevail in the remaining minutes to equalise. It was 8 shots to 6 in their favour, 3 each on target and 50% possession. So it's a little disappointing not to come away with anything, but that's the way the season seems to be going. We then followed it up with another win, 1-0 at home to Melilla, I think is how you say it. Diego Cerrevo in the 26th minute gave me the lead and what would eventually turn out to be the winner. Stats wise, 9 shots to 7 in my favour, 1 shot on target to their 3. Thankfully we made the 1 count, and I had 51% possession, so it was nice to get another win under the belt, second one of this section. We then went to Ibar and lost 1-0 with an Altier Oregi goal in the 80th minute. It is a bit annoying because it seems to be second half goals. We seem to be holding our own up until half time, but then it just seems to go after that. And as you can see here, even more annoying when we basically dominated. 18 shots to 6 in my favour, 8 on target to their 3, and exactly 50% possession. I also believe that if I can find it, whoops, wrong one. No, don't. Oh bugger, didn't want that. Is the only 1 goal, so I suppose it doesn't really matter too much. That's good, I didn't do it. Stats, no, where am I going? That's where I'm going. Formations. Yeah, I changed formation. I was at 4-4-2 with Oviedo, but I then decided to change to a 4-2-3-1 after, I think it was not the Hercules game, the one after that, the Ponferradina game. I think I changed to a 4-2-3-1 after that. I can't quite remember when I changed, but it seems to have done a bit of a turnaround in fortunes. I then followed that up with a 3-0 win over Alcacorn. Ivan Rubio put me in front in the 8th minute, and we held on to that lead to half time. And then in the second half, Rubio again in the 72nd minute doubled the lead and his tally. 7 minutes later, Diego Cerrevo made it 3 and put the result beyond any doubt. And with that, as you see, we dominated, but this time we made it count. 10 shots to 9, so quite even there. But 6 shots to 1 on target, but they had 58% of the possession. Now that game actually was the last one before Spain's winter break. I had 2 friendlies just to keep the team going. I played Deportivo Alaves, who were also in my division, and beat them 1-0. Unfortunately, Xavi Quintero actually got injured in that game, and I then beat a lower league team, Canadas, 4-0 to round off the friendlies. Pepe Diaz, Hector Simon, and Pedro Bissi double, the youngster, rounded off the score. We then started the second section of games with the New Year games with a 2-2 draw against Lugo. I was really annoyed with this game, to be fair. Ferrangina I had even Rubio sent off 2 bookable offences in 5 minutes. And to make it even worse, they went 1-0 up through Ferrangina just 60 seconds later. Luckily, 60 seconds after that, Diego Cerrevo pulled it level. That's how it was till half time. Xavi Cesares put us 2-1 up in the 50th minute, and we held out until the first minute of added on time, where a sole penalty levelled it up for Lugo, and that is how it ended. It was disappointing that we were man down early on, and then they went and scored straight away. But then to call it back to 2-1 and then lose the lead in the 91st minute was really, really disappointing. There's 14 shots to 8 in my favour, 3 shots to 2 on target, and they had 55% of the possession. And then to next game was another draw, this time at home to Almeria. Cristobal put them 1-0 up in the 39th minute. But 3 minutes later, Xavi Quintero equalised to make it 1-1 at half time, and that's how the match stayed throughout the rest of the game. So we had 11 shots to 6 in my favour, 3 on target and there too. Possession was exactly 50%. We then rounded that off by losing 2-0 at home to Deportivo Alaves. Yonan goal in the 36th minute put them in front, and that's what it was at half time. But he then doubled his tally and the score with 2 minutes to go to give Alaves the win. Stats wise again, 10 shots to 5 in their favour, 5 shots to 2 on target in their favour, and possession was 51% to me. We, however, have round off this episode with a 3-0 win at Real Mallorca. As you can see, for once, the second half went in our favour. It was 0-0 at half time, but a Diego Cerrevo goal in the 61st minute put us 1-0 up. We then held that to the 87th minute when our Pepe Diaz goal made it 2-0, and then Servaz against Degulo, the lone defender, made it 3-0 in the 91st minute. Stats wise, 10 shots to 7 in my favour, 6 shots to 5 on target in their favour, 10 shots to 7 in their favour, sorry, and they had 59% possession, so I would say 3-0 flattered us there, to be honest. So that's it for the fixtures. Much better round. We've won 4 games this time, lost 5 and drawn 2, so that's better record. And in the league, as you can see, we are level on points with Tenerife. It's actually Tenerife's head-to-head against us that's keeping us in it. As you can see, I've got more goals scored than them, and I've actually got a goal difference of -10 to their -14, but they did beat me in the league. I do actually play them in the league next up at Tenerife, so I'll be happy to come away with a point because I'm a little bit behind some of the teams. As you can also see, Girona's on 21 points and Milia's on 22 as well. So it is getting a little tight down there. So hopefully we can get some more wins under our belt in the second half. I'll take probably getting 4 wins again, to be honest with you. Player stats, nothing on there at all for myself. So what we'll do is we'll go and have a look at the oh, that's the under 19s. We'll have a look at the details at the squad. So as you can see, leading goal scorer, we've got 2. We've got joint goal scorers on Xavi Zerez and Diego Cervelo on 7 each. We've got Diaz on 6 and Rossetti on 5. So they are spread out a little bit. Hopefully they can get some more goals in the second half of the season so we can go on and recover and avoid relegation, because that is what the board want me to do. Confidence, as you can see, they're pleased at the moment. They like to capture against the Gulu, but not too sure what they're moaning about with him, to be fair. Probably the fact I'm not actually playing him, probably. No, he's only played 3 games. But so they're quite happy with that. It was to get to the second round of the Spanish Cup, which is what we did. It wasn't too hard considering we actually joined in the second round. Fortunate to go out on penalties, 10-9 to Murcia. So what I'll do, guys, is I'll go through the next couple of games. What are we on at the moment? 22. So I was looking to do, I was doing a batch of 11 and 10, which is 21 and 11 again, which will be 32 to leave the last 10. So it will be 10 games, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the game against Sporting Gijon will be the actually that's wrong. It will actually be Recreativo will be the final game of this next section. So that's it for this episode, guys. Leave some likes, leave some comments, subscribe, and tune in next time where I will be hitting the home run towards the end of the season. Until then, guys, take it easy.